Raceway in South Carolina, closing in on the final laps of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Greg Biffle continues to lead. Scary moment a moment ago. He thought maybe his motor started to go. The crew put on their helmets, jumped up on the wall. Biffle stayed out. A couple laps later, he said the gauges are okay. His crew chief, Doug Richards, said, I don't know what it was. So Biffle still on the track, still leading the race. Take a look a moment ago. Watch and see. You can see some smoke come out.
Ooh,
sure did, don't you guys?
Sure did see some smoke out of the back of that car.
What could that be?
I don't know.
Still talking about it on the radio, but he continues to lead. We'll keep an eye on Biffle, the race leader, as we take you through the field. So it's a 16 car up front. The 29 follows. We go to Marty.
That's a man chasing him, Kevin Harvick, in career start number 95, going for win number 5. They'll pit in about 30 laps. Car is excellent. Kevin has not said a word. Dave?
The 42 car of JIMMIE McMURRAY, very good on that last restart thanks to those adjustments. That's a problem they had been having. They know the car is good over the long run. The 9 car of Bill Elliott just reported in a little bit tight in, a little bit loose off the corner. They've made a wedge adjustment to fix just a little bit of a tight condition last time they were on pit road. Jimmie Johnson continuing to march forward after going back earlier. They just made a track bar and a wedge adjustment on that last stop. Just a little bit tight off of turn 2. They believe they fixed that. Matt?
Dave, his teammate Terry Labonte running in the 6th position. He was too tight on that last stop. A little track bar adjustment has helped, but it's made the car a little more on the free side. But crew chief Jim Long likes the way the car is looking on the track and on the stopwatch, Bill.
Elliott Sadler in the 38, solid day so far. The car doesn't want to turn in the center. Last time, 4 tires and fuel and a track bar adjustment. Currently 7th. Dave? Coming on to pit road, Jeremy Mayfield was 4th, and he lost 6 spots on pit road. A problem on the front. Owner Ray Evernham went down to the 19 team, found out what it was, and stayed with them to try to encourage them through the rest of this race. The car is good for Jeremy. The 20 of Tony Stewart, a tick tight on the last run. They took some air pressure out of the right front tire, changed all 4, sent Tony on his way. Matt?
Robbie Gordon never scored a top 10 finish here in Darlington. Right now, running in the 10th position. We've got a caution.
Caution for debris once again.
Oh, man, this is going to really do something, because now we got 57 laps to go right now. That's an awfully long ways for these guys to run. We've seen about 35, 40 laps.
Right.
The clutch is falling apart. No clutch.
No clutch. That's what.
Okay, guys, when we come in, we're going to have to probably drop and push them, okay, to 4 tires, and we'll have to see what we can do to get them out of here.
What else can happen today?
I don't think it's going to make it, buddy. I put it in 1st gear or 3rd gear, and it's just, I don't know if I'm going to be able to shift it on the restarts.
Man.
Jericho, but we use, you know, we won't use a clutch. We'll try to cram it in the gear.
Ugh, that's tough. It can be done.
Oh, yeah.
But you may get run over in the process.
Let's see, we had Ryan Newman leading, comes in at a pit stop, hits the kill switch on his car. They need 8 laps before they can get it refired and figure that out. Jeff Burton was a front runner earlier and had the lug nut problem on a pit stop. You got Matt Kenseth leading at lap 108 when he hits the turn 1 wall. And now Greg Biffle leading, and the caution comes out. He says he's got no clutch.
These cars have hydraulic clutches, so I can only assume that that smoke we saw was the hub assembly that's hydraulic braking. And the oil coming out of the
smoke. Yeah,
that's all I can assume.
You hear Biffle trying to work out a plan for himself here on how he's going to get away from pit road and get through the restart.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta jam that thing in gear when they drop it off the jacks.
Dale Jarrett loosening the belts because he should be parking his car here. He's 65 laps down, and there are only 56 laps left in the race.
He's trying to unloosen the belt so he can get some ice
back. Yeah, okay. Yep.
My bad.
Oh, he looks crammed up in there. Yeah, that's been empty a long time. Yeah.
Man, there's nothing in there. All right.
Miserable day. Involved in the early caution. and been cruising around after repairs were made ever since. Here they come, pit stops with 55 to go, Marty.
Earlier you met the 7 men that go over the wall for Kevin Harvick, and this 29 bunch has delivered all day long. One final big stop here in the Southern 500 with 50 laps to go. It should play into Harvick's hands. He wants more forward bite and a pound out of both rear tires. Matt?
And the 5 guys have performed flawlessly for Terry Labonte. A track bar adjustment up 1 round, but it made the car too loose off the corner. They're going to split the difference. Go back down. 4 tires, Dave. 42 car, little loose in, little wedge in the left rear, air out of the rear tires. Jamie said small bag of ice. Last one a little big, wouldn't fit my suit, Bill.
Jack Roush told me it could be the clutch going away. Biffle said it could be the drive shaft or the transmission. He's got his tires. Now they'll see if they can get him going. He got out. He's on his way in traffic. So a good stop. He gets back out. Now let's see if that car will stay together.
Jamie McMurray off pit road first.
There he goes, Jamie.
We're going to see Kevin Harvick up next.
And then it's going to get tight.
Yep. And here they all come.
Terry Labonte, Bill Elliott. He'll give that one to Burton by a skosh.
Now, Biffle's in a tough spot because it's going to be difficult to restart that car, Benny, and he's going to have guys right behind him that are could run him over.
You're right. But they have these transmissions with synchronizers that it's a little easier to shift than the old transmissions.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it.
And Matt Kenseth, his trouble will continue because the last stop, he overshot his pits. They started to change the tires. Okay, we've got it.
31, he dives up, diver in there. Here we are.
Goes around the 31 car, slides to a stop. Watch the official. Watch the NASCAR official. Back it up. Okay, now change them.
That's happened a couple times to those guys this year. I think was it Pocono that happened? I'm trying to remember. It was recently, a couple races ago.
Well, as a matter of fact,
we just happened to have it. Pocono.
Daytona. Just goes.
Yeah, he goes down the shot. Yeah, that one.
at the Brickyard trying to make that right side change.
That was close.
He's had some excitement in the pit box.
I tell you what, when you pit as good as well as those guys do, it's going to be close a lot of times.
Yeah. I thought I saw when Bill Elliott left pit road that they had only gotten a tear off half off his windshield, and he had a big pile of that material kind of laying over the driver's side of his windshield.
Oh, that's not good.
See it up there?
Yeah.
Check it out, all in there.
That's not good.
His vision ought to be.
But you know what? That may just blow. That may just blow off. He hopes it will blow off.
It's right in his line of visibility.
Yeah, that's got to come off.
That's terrible.
Could be in a worse spot.
One lap to the restart. Marty?
Kevin Harvick will restart second. Todd Berry will have about 50 laps or so to go. Will this play into your hands?
I feel like it will. I mean, you know, but as many cautions that we had today, I'm not sure that they're over. So still, we're going to have to be a little conservative first 5 or 6 laps of this run right here, not to dang burn the thing down, because it'll really pay big at the end of a run if you overrun it at the start. So we'll just have to see how hard they all want to run right here and see if it plays into our favor or not.
Matt?
And Jim Long, if that's your last stop, did you adjust on it enough to make it a winning race car?
Well, the last time there, I think we were a little too far when we went back halfway, you know. Run before that, we were pretty neutral. Clouds come out, track's changing a little bit. I think we're ready to go do business now.
The pit crew picked them up 2 spots on pit road, Dave.
All right, checking with Ray Ebenham, owner of the 9 and the 19. Ray, I need to ask you, I mean, can these guys go the rest of the way on these tires? Are they going to have to pit again?
It just depends if the caution comes out. If it doesn't come out, they can certainly go all the way. But both Dodge dealers, Dodges, are running real good today. We're just having a little trouble on the front of the Duke crew of the 19 there. They got some trouble with the studs on the left front. It's not letting the left front wheel come off. But really proud of both teams, and it'd be great to win the Mountain Dew Southern 500.
He's got some great experience here as well, Bill.
Doug Richard is watching his car, talking to his driver. What's the problem with your car, and will it live to the finish, Doug?
Well, we're speculating right now that we might have a little problem with the flywheel, possibly from dragging the racetrack. We've lost the clutch. We had to push him out of the pit, so yeah, we've had a lot of luck today, and I hope this Ranger Ford has a little bit more to make it to the end.
Tell you what, Piffle did a good job getting to the gears.
He's running 6th now. He was the leader at the caution when he had his problem.
tear-off still on there, hoping it will blow off.
McMurray leads, Harvick is second, Terry Labonte third, Bill Elliott fourth, and Jeff Burton is fifth. Here's Biffle on Burton for that number 5 spot. Well, clutch or no clutch.
He's got that position. Like you talked about, when he presents that nose up there alongside of you, you got to let him go.
You know, there is a school of believers that you just don't need a good clutch.
You don't need a clutch.
I've been saying that all the time.
And here's proof.
So Biffle by Jeff Burton. And now to try and pick up a spot on Bill Elliott, who's still got that tear-off flapping around. The wind hasn't pulled it off yet. And when it does come off, whose grill is it going to land on?
Yeah, it's going to land on somebody else's windshield.
Kevin Harvick, that 29 car, look, I think he's faster than he's showing right now. Wally, he's trying to run 50 laps on these tires. He's trying to really take it easy right now and run to the end of the race on these tires.
I agree. He's been doing that all day. He's been very, very good at taking care of those tires, BP. I think you're right, but boy, he's got 3 or 4 cars in his mirror right now, and it's a tough deal. You got to. Do you run hard enough to stay in front of them, or do you let them go and just say, hey, I hope they come back to me?
And Doug Richard talked about the flywheel in the 16 car hitting the racetrack. These cars, they're sprung so soft anymore with the bumps as they go over them, and the springs give. It goes down. The engines are so low that they're actually the flywheel hitting the racetrack.